Hello, welcome to our talk show. My name is Keith Diaz. I am one of the Chastity Missionaries, and today I am joined by my fellow Chastity missionary, my sister Kimberly Torrio. Awesome! Yeah. For our presentations, we rely heavily on St. Pope John Paul II's Theology of the Body. And we have gotten questions about how this teaching is applied in our own lives.
Yeah.
Right? So I have a question for Kim today. Kim, how has your knowledge of theology of the body helped you through your breakups from the past?
What a question. Well, firstly, I just want to say, I don't know who's watching this, but if you are someone who is currently feeling the weight of your past relationship, whether you're going through a breakup after a month later, or maybe even you can still feel the weight of your last relationship 2 years later after the breakup, I just want to say, I just hope that things are going well for you, and I pray that you continue to experience the healing necessary during this season, because my last breakup was like 4 to 5 years ago. And I only learned about theology of the body 3 years later. But even though it was a 3-year interval, I felt the weight of my breakup still, even after 2 to 3 years, because I was still heavily attached to my last relationship. Like the year later after our breakup, we had a very poor season of on and off together. And I found that even after that season, when we, finally took some time away after, my mind was still with him. My heart still yearned for him. And for that season of my breakup of 2 years within, I yearned for him. I still felt the desire to be wanted by someone, to be wanted by him, to talk to him. And I was having a really poor relationship with my desires, because a lot of things that I wish I didn't do during that time in my relationship, but I did. And so I carried a lot of shame throughout those 2 years. So I had a really bad relationship with my desires. But when I learned about theology of the body 2 to 3 years later, I felt that really spoke to my heart. And it gave me a lot of healing, because theology of the body taught me that in the midst of even my most distorted desires, there was something good that I was yearning for. And I was yearning for God. And I didn't ever see my desires like that, because all the time beforehand, my desires always led me to sin. So after that relationship, I'm just like, these desires suck. You know what I mean? I'm bad. These desires are bad. This relationship just wasn't good for me. But theology of the body actually helped me reconcile myself with my sexuality, myself with my desires, to see that if I allow God to redeem my desires, redeem and purify my heart, my desires are actually really beautiful and really good, because they're yearning for God. And I found that theology of the body, learning about it, because I went to a retreat, theology of the body retreat, it actually helped me to detach from my last relationship and to look forward for something better, because I was so caught up with the beautiful memories that I created in my last relationship that I thought that was it. That was the peak, and we broke it. And I'm like, I just want to go back. But theology of the body helped me see that there's something so much more when a relationship is first and foremost founded by the love of God. When God is in the middle of a relationship, and theology of the body taught me that there is a beautiful relationship worth fighting for, and it's one of mutual self-giving,
Thank you for sharing. Right? Thank you for sharing that. And I now see theology of the body as something that could help people going through a breakup or even still in the relationship. And the main issue at hand is lust, right? And using each other's bodies. But that's not the end of the story, right? That there is something more to which we can attain.
Yeah.
And this is motivation for us to discipline our desires. It is worth it. The pain of saying no, right? The pain of not indulging in our desires is so worth it, and you don't even have to wait until the end of your life, but you can see it in how your relationship is blossoming, right? And you're able to be intimate with each other without going too far, right? Yeah. So learning about the true purpose of our sexuality is
so freeing, so freeing. Yeah. So again, for all those who are currently in that season where you're still really hung up from your last relationship, the breakup has been a really tough part of your life right now. Like, I do hope and pray that you see this time as a time to recognize that what your heart really yearns for, yes, it yearns for the past, it yearns for the memories and the feelings, but you are yearning for something more. You are yearning for God who loves you, who will satisfy all your desires. And I just hope and pray that you will be able to encounter him in the most raw form possible, in your most vulnerable moments. I hope and pray that you encounter him the way that I did, the way that I really encountered his merciful and redemptive love. It's so freeing, so freeing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kim, for sharing about your past, but also allowing us to enter into what's in store.
Oh my gosh. Amen. Amen.
Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. If you think that someone else can benefit from watching this, please do share and subscribe, like, and comment, and hit the notification bell so that you can stay tuned to what we have coming up next. Love more.
Don't settle for less. Peace. Bye.